sharing more about Cape Verde. So Cape Verde is top 10 in terms of business-friendly islands from according to the FDI. In our rankings, they are ranked 78th globally, and they've maintained their position at 7th in Africa. They have one city rank, which is Praia, which jumped 6 spots this year. Interesting industries for Cape Verde is software and data. Hi, Pedro. Thank you for joining us.
Hi, Catherine. It's a pleasure to be here. Like you said, my name is Pedro Lopes. I'm Secretary of State for Digital Economy. We are super excited to be on this index and climbing positions. That's why we work. Of course, we don't work for rankings, but it's fantastic to see what we are doing being recognized by this fantastic ecosystem index of startups.
Thank you, Pedro. And really, we've heard a lot of great things about how forward-thinking the Cape Verde government is, and I think that's really showing about, every year we keep on increasing the rankings of Cape Verde. So the floor is yours. We're excited to hear more about your ecosystem.
Yes, please tell me if you can see the screen, the presentation.
We can see it, Pedro, but we don't see it as full screen yet. So we see also the slides in the back.
Let me try to see if can you see it now in full screen.
Not yet, but maybe it's loading.
Okay.
So we see it with the presentation mode. So we see the notes on the side.
You see the notes. Well, maybe you can continue like that. It's not perfect, but we want to present ourselves as a crosspath of the world and the gateway to Africa's growing tech scene. We are located in West Africa, 1 hour to Senegal, and we are 3 hours away of Lisbon in Europe. We are the closest African country to US, and we are just 3 hours away of South America, Brazil. So how we want to do that? We are developing a lot of measures to become this digital innovation ecosystem and a hub in West Africa. Cabo Verde is recognized by our e-governance for being e-governance champion in Africa. The rate, for example, the rate of our internet connection penetration is the double of the average of the continent, that is 40%. In Cabo Verde is 85%, even 20% above the rest of the world, that is normally 60%. But we present services of e-governance to other African countries. We even sell these services to Mozambique, Angola, Guinea-Bissau, São Tomé and Príncipe, normally countries that speak Portuguese in Africa. We have a welcoming community and cultural diversity. I always say that in Cabo Verde, besides our great weather of 29 degrees and our cultural diversity and community is super welcome to everyone, we have diaspora across the world. So basically we are super open to the world, and people here will not be chased by their color of skin, their religion, or their sexuality, which is super important for us, because more you are close to celebrate more close you are to celebrate your identity, more innovative you are. Also, our political stability and reliability is very important for us. You go to all the indexes of political stability, and Cabo Verde is always on top in the continent. Rule of law is also something that is super important for us. So your company rights will be protected. Our agile regulation, we follow normally the standards of European Union to have a regulation that is, well, up to the standards of the top regulations of the world. In terms of our network and ICT infrastructure, we are building a tech park, not just to serve our country, but to serve the region. We believe that Africans, South Americans, South Europeans, Europeans from all over the world can work in Cabo Verde and find solutions for the challenges that our countries have in the present and will have in the future. For example, scarcity of water is a huge problem in Cabo Verde. So people can come here and test these solutions in our country with technology. So we want to be a place that is open to test solutions. Also, the market potential. Like I referenced before, we are part of the African continent and we sell services for the Portuguese African-speaking countries. We believe there is a huge potential to continue to do so, but with private sector. These services that we sell is from our public company. We want our startups and startups that established in Cabo Verde can sell their services to these countries. But also ECOWAS, that is our region of West Africa, and we believe also there is a huge potential there. So we are doing everything in terms of infrastructure, also betting on human capital. We are training people, and we believe that talent is really important. We have a lot of programs for converting young unemployed people into coders. We believe that when we talk about startups, we talk about talent and market and capital. We believe that talent comes first. So we want to attract people from all over the world that have talent to be located here in Cabo Verde, to enjoy our beaches and to enjoy our security and our political stability, but also combine them with people that want to find solutions for the world. We believe that Africa is the continent of the future, and we, the tech islands of West Africa, we want to be part of this world that is changing, not just as spectators, but actors of this world that is changing so fast. Thank you so much. I think I overcome the limit of my time, Catherine.
Thank you, Pedro. It's always great to hear more about Cabo Verde and the great things that you're doing there. It's really inspiring to, see a lot of innovation and making sure that the startups and the startup founders are not having a hard time integrating and building their own startups. So thank you again. As you see on the screen, if you have any questions, you can head over to digital.cv. Thank you, Pedro.
Thank you so much. Thank you in behalf of our community. We are climbing positions not just because of the efforts of the government, but mainly because our founders and our startups, they are responsible for being in this position, and we continue to work for climbing more and more positions. Thank you guys as well for the fantastic word, Startup Link. Keep rocking.
Thank you, Pedro. Have a great day. Okay, so now